You know, I'm really proud of Wayne Christian. Wayne was, he just spoke the truth too much, and Joe Strauss couldn't stand it. And so they redistricted him right out of his own House seat. But he's continued to stay strong. He didn't go local. He didn't buy into or go along to get along. He continued to do the right thing no matter what the cost was. We have got to continue to send people like that to Austin and Washington. And folks, I want to give you my friend, Wayne Christian. He's a noble man that has stood strong and done the right thing and can look at himself in the mirror at the end of the day. God bless you, brother.
Just got a text message from my good friend Sid Miller. He said to say hello, thank you for all you do, and let's make sure Sid Miller wins in this election, okay? So I gave part of my time to him. Thank you. Mainly I'm here to say thank you. It's because you're here. Understand on election day that right now on the primary date, it was only 10% of registered voters that voted, okay? That was really, now understand, of the entire amount eligible voters, only half registered. That means really only 5% of your friends and neighbors and mine voted in the primary. And this will be even a lower turnout. You know, it'll be half of that. Now that's depressing, isn't it? No, it is depressing in one regard, but because of you, your vote now counts 20 times that amount. And because of that low voter turnout, you have the opportunity to make a big difference come election day. And right now, because of you, we have a chance to save America. Understand the Democrats have come up with this. Now, I know it's not a partisan event technically here, but right now we're under attack from our commander-in-chief with a full battle war against the state of Texas. Politically, it's turned Texas blue. You all know that, battleground Texas. Why? Because they understand that there are a certain number of states that for 25 years have voted nothing but Democrat, right? They've got that number, and they did the math. It had to be a rhino somewhere that did the math for the Democrats, but considering that, but they did the math, and they found that they kept those 25 states voting. They don't even have to campaign. They only need one more to have the Electoral College to take the presidency forever. Guess what state that is? Texas. That's why they're here. That's why Barack Obama's top campaign team has been here for 2 years. That's why they're sending George Soros money here. That's why they've been with Barack Obama in this state multiple times raising money. We are not a target. We are the target. Let me tell you, after 14 years in the Texas legislature, looking back on why we were able to not have a state income tax, why we were able to pass welfare reform, why we were able to close 22 Planned Parenthood clinics, why we are the #1 job employer in the nation. The last 10 years, 52% of the jobs right here in Texas. Last year, oil and gas alone brought in over $500,000 in 500,000 jobs to the state of Texas, $24 billion Texas oil and gas to our state coffers, and $178 billion in income for families in the state of Texas came from Texas oil, gas, and coal. And guess what our commander-in-chief is threatening? To stop everything except clean, green energy. You know what that is? Everything except oil, gas, and coal. And ladies and gentlemen, while we understand battleground Texas blue, we need to fight that. What I'm afraid of is that 80% of our friends and neighbors have no idea what the Railroad Commission does. They think it runs the railroads, right?
Yes.
No, it's Texas oil, gas, and coal. And if we don't fight hard, we have an office that Mr. Barack Obama wants to turn Texas not only blue, but turn it green. And if that happens and we don't have the income for oil, gas, and coal, folks, we become California. We have to bow to the whims of the federal government. I don't intend to see my time in office for my kids. Let me tell you, if God took me right now, I'd be a blessed man. I've had the opportunity to live the American dream. There's nothing I could ask for on this planet that the good Lord I couldn't say, thank you, Lord. But for my little 4-month grandchild and for my children, I'm scared to death. And that's why I'm running for Railroad Commission. I'm running because that's the opportunity that God has given us, this country. This country now depends on one state, and that's the state of Texas. And I don't want him to turn us blue, but folks, I don't want him to turn us green. And that's why I'm running. I'm running because I care about what's happening in Texas, and that Texas is the key to America, and what's America going to be. My name is Wayne Christian. I've been here for about 14 years in the Texas House. I'm endorsed by some 350 different individuals, Tea Parties. I've been blessed and won. There have been 20 straw polls I'm aware of. I've won all 20 of them in this race. I'm blessed because people like you care enough to participate with the Montgomery County Tea Party, that you've endorsed me and some other fine men that I believe can go and work together to make sure the state of Texas stays the state of Texas, that we become the one last shining example on the hill, and that we show the other states how to take America back. We are the last hope. I hope that you will work today, and remember, it's not because few people are turning out that that's bad. It's because now that you can call your friends, your neighbors, your church, your organization. In the next few days, you get there and call them up and say, go and vote. And if they say, well, we're going to, well, then you call them back tomorrow. And they say, well, we're going to, well, you say, nah, call them back the next day. Then you get in your car and you go drive people to the polls, because, folks, that's what'll win this election. You are. And I thank you so much for being the Americans, the Texans, the hope for the future. You're it. And most of your neighbors are sitting back doing something, eating steak, drinking iced tea, not concerned about this. And you are what is going to be the difference of waking them up and keeping America, America. I want to thank you for what you do. I am honored to be here today. I'm honored to be a part of the Montgomery County Tea Party's endorsed list. It is a great honor to have served in the state of Texas, and God bless you for the work that you're about to make a big difference in the next few days to save this nation, not just the state. And God bless all you do. There's this one last thing. One preacher, a friend of mine, told me something. He said, when John Quincy Adams was the only president that ever ran for Congress, and after he ran for Congress, he was serving the Congress, every Tuesday he'd make a motion, and the motion was to abolish slavery. And every Tuesday, old John Quincy Adams would get up there, and they started harassing him, having cartoons, laughing at him about what a joke it was. And so here comes old president. He's going to make that same motion every week, every week. After 16 years, the motion passed. And the press ran to him and said, President Adams, why, after all this time that you were humiliated, laughed at, scoffed at, why did you do that? And he said this statement that I want to leave with you, and it's meant a lot in my life. He said, the work is ours, the results are his. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been given the challenge of the work. The results are his. And God bless you for being the kind of Americans that'll bring this country back. Thank you so much. God bless.